Thank you to Coofandy for sponsoring this video. If you guys do want some nice clothes, definitely go ahead and check the link in the description box. I got some nice shirts in, and we have a corduroy kind of dress shirt. I am 5'10". I did get a medium, and I want to have a little bit more of a larger fit, but if you want a smaller fit, you should be okay going small. But the quality is great. It looks awesome as well. I can put together some awesome outfits in these. And also I have a nice black dress shirt right here. The fabric seems very soft. It's nice quality and feels great so far. And it also looks nice. It fits me very well. And also I got this polo in as well. The fabric on this is pretty nice quality and has a nice stretch to it. It also lets in a lot of air. So it'll be a very good choice for when it does get warmer. So again, if you guys do want to get it, I'll try to leave a link in the description box. Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Drop. And this is my review, actually not a performance review. I'm not really a runner. I mean, I did run in these a little bit, but I'm not a avid runner. So this is more of like a casual review. So this is the Nike Invincible 3 and this is a running shoe. And if you guys do want to cop, I'll try to leave the free link in the description box. But let's get it started off with the Tracciones, and comparing it to like other runners that Nike used to have. Remember with the React, right? They would just give us the foam, right? To reduce a lot of the weight, but then it wasn't super durable just because it's already, the foam's touching the ground. You know, we did have like targeted spots for like rubber, but anyways, here in the Invincible 3, they're using Zoom X, and I feel like Zoom X is probably not as durable as React, so they're giving us a full rubber outsole, but it is pretty damn thin, right? It doesn't add that much weight, it feels like. But yeah, I mean, it provides for good grip and also durability, obviously if you're running outside. So it'll definitely be better than old school shoes, but also it doesn't seem like it'll be really durable just because, like I said, it is on the thinner side of things if you look at the actual thickness of the outsole. But you know, it has good grip. You don't really need crazy good grip like basketball shoes in running shoes. But I am glad that they did add a rubber outsole to this shoe. I guess it is decoupled right here. Kind of, right? This is actually foam, right? They colored it in. This part's also foam, and also right here. But anyways, there is the outsole there. And as far as the heel to toe transition goes, heel to toe transition also, of course, isn't super important for casual use. It's pretty important in running shoes, I feel like, and also basketball shoes in my personal opinion. But yeah, when you're casually walking around, it feels very nice. And also, like, if you're walking around in boots like Timberlands, it's not as comfortable casually as well. Obviously not as big of a deal though. But yeah, here in the Invincible 3, it's freaking amazing just because look at how much curve you have here in the heel. It's fully exposed, right? This kind of looks like it's caged as far as the design, and like they painted it over, but it's also like, look at that. It's just actual foam, so super soft here in the heel. And then in the forefoot, we have a crazy curve shape and a lot of forefoot flex. It's actually like, look at that. It has a lot of spring back. That's crazy. So it feels really nice when you're running, right? That springiness right here kind of like propels you forward when you're doing heel dominant strides, right? When you're doing like long distance running, stuff like that. So that feels great. And also walking around, it feels really comfortable. Now moving on to the cushioning setup. Yes, this is one of the most comfortable cushioning setups that you can get. If you want something really soft and crazy, you know, so as far as running goes, I feel like it's like a preference. Like if you're actually running like long distance, it depends on what you like, I feel like. But yeah, there's really thick cushions. There's also very minimal cushioning setups as well for running shoes that I've seen. But yeah, this is more of like a well-cushioned shoe, right? As you guys can see, look at how thick the Zoom X is, especially here in the heel. There is a 9mm offset, so it's pretty good offset. But the actual cushion, the actual Zoom X, here in the heel, here in the forefoot, crazy. There's a lot of compression. It feels really nice, very comfortable if you like that. And also another thing that I love about Zoom X is that it's bouncy as well. You know, so it's super soft, right, when you put weight on it. But then when you're kind of like, when you get going and you start running and stuff, it has a nice bounce back as well, just like React. But I feel like Zoom X kind of bounces back a little bit more. I don't know why Nike doesn't use Zoom X in basketball shoes. Very curious. Right? I feel like it would be, maybe it's a little too soft, but like maybe cage it up like in the Wild 10s. You don't have to cage it up with a stiff cushion, you know, just do like a softer cage, and I feel like it'll be amazing for basketball shoes. But anyways, yeah, it's super comfortable. You feel really tall as well, just because I feel like this is like it gives you maybe like 2 inches, 2.5 inches of height. So if you want extra height, if you're a short king, you'll be a little bit taller. That's also very nice, right? As far as step and comfort though, step and comfort isn't the best. So the insole sucks. It's like a really thin type of insole. It doesn't add that much for step and comfort. And also, the stroke board is really, really stiff, right? So that definitely does suck too. Maybe they should have added like a zoom unit, a top-loaded zoom unit targeted here in the heel or in the forefoot, but you don't feel the Zoom X like right under your foot. You know what I mean? Like your foot is not digging into that Zoom X that much. I mean, it's not a super stiff strobo board, but it's not super soft. Like for example, in the Wild 10s or the All City 11s, or even the Hardens or the Zoom Freak 4s, where they have like a softer strobo board, or there's a cutout in the strobo board where your foot can actually go into the foam. The Invincible 3 doesn't do that. It's more like a stiffer strobo board. So don't expect crazy good step and comfort, but it's still pretty good, you know. But the overall cushion is crazy. And if you're looking for something really, really soft with a lot of compression, then this is very, very good, right? All right, moving on to the material. So we got Flyknit, and they're saying it's a new type of Flyknit, like evolved Flyknit. So underneath, it looks like Flyknit, right? Like a knit material, but over it, we just have a really thin type of fuse or like a screen mesh almost over it. So of course, that'll be very good for durability and also support. Like there's not a whole lot of stretch to this Flyknit, you know. Like if you look at the actual like stretchier Flyknits in like their free runs or in their old school running shoes, it was a little stretchy, you know what I mean? So not the greatest for support. So that's actually good. I do like it for functionality and also like how it feels on foot. However, it just feels a little bit cheaper just because it is like a plastic, you know what I mean? So that definitely does suck. But like I said, I feel like it's overall for the better for performance because you get better support and also better durability, and it's still just as soft, right? Super soft, very, very thin, conforms to your foot really, really well. So yeah, it stays extremely thin here in the forefoot and here in the midfoot. The tongue, there actually is a little bit of padding, just a tiny bit here on top. Here on the bottom, it's more like minimal. So that's pretty nice. You know, I like to have a little bit of something, a little something on top of my foot, you know, so that feels nice and plush. And then here in the ankle area, we have very, very minimal padding, just because Nike likes to make very lightweight and minimal running shoes. So yeah, I do like the added padding though, because that does add a little bit of coziness to the shoe, but overall it's a really minimal upper. We also have a little bit of fuse right here. And also there seems to be an internal TPU heel counter, which is pretty interesting. Usually they don't bother to add stuff like this, I feel like, you know, in like their casual shoes to their running shoes, or some of the running shoes at least, but they did add something here in the Invincible 3, which is nice. And also I do like the reflective on the fuse, and it says Zoom X right here. It also says Zoom X and Invincible Run 3 here on the actual freaking midsole, which is pretty crazy. And also moving on to the fit, I went true to size and it fits me very well. It's a really snug fit, which I do like. So yeah, I mean, I like to have a very snug fit. I feel like casually though, I could have gone up half a size and I would still be fine, just because casually, I don't really need a crazy snug fit, but also I did run in them, right? So if you're running in them and you want a snug fit, then go true to size. But if you're gonna wear these casually, just because they're so comfortable for the cushion and also for the material, then you should probably go up half a size if you want more like a loose fit, right? And now moving on to the weight of the shoe. I mean, these will probably be pretty light. I don't think super light like the React runners, but I'm guessing like 10. Ooh, 9.1 ounces, so extremely light still. Let's check the other shoe, 9.14 ounces. Yeah, so Zoom X is really, really lightweight, very light density, right? And just you can see how thick the actual midsole is, but even though it's this thick, the shoe is actually still pretty damn light, right? If any other company was using any other type of foam, like Nitro foam from Puma or Bounce from Adidas, you know, this shoe would probably be like 12 ounces, just because the actual midsole adds a lot of weight, and it's like high density foams, right? So I do like what Nike does with their foams. They do a lot of R&D and try to make it super bouncy and very soft, but also very durable as far as like the longevity of the foam, and very lightweight, you know, low density. So I do like what they do in the running shoes, you know, and Nike maybe add it to your hoop shoes, Zoom X. I would love to see that. And then moving on to the ventilation, of course, it's amazing, right? We have a lot of airflow through this actual like evolved Flyknit, and also we can see a little bit of like flywire cables going through this upper as well on the lateral side, and also on the medial side as well, right? That looks pretty damn cool. So of course that's all for support. But yeah, ventilation is amazing in the shoe. And as far as the looks go, I mean, I feel like it looks pretty good. The heel is super chonky, and I don't really like how they painted this over to make it look like this is just outsole or something. But the overall silhouette looks pretty good to me. So tell us what you guys think of the aesthetics down in the comment section below. So wrapping things up, yes, the Invincible 3. I feel like it's a good running shoe. I did run a little bit in them and there's a lot of bounce, a lot of compression, super duper soft. So I feel like if you're doing long distance running, you should be good to go in this shoe. But if you're gonna be walking around casually, yes, this is one of the most comfortable shoes that you can get right now. Like just cushion and also very minimal feel from this Flyknit upper. Super duper comfortable, right? As far as like looks goes, probably not the best, just because I feel like the style now is more like boots and stuff. You know what I mean? But you know, if you do want to wear them casually and be very comfortable, then yeah, this is one of the most comfortable shoes that you can get right now. But anyways, that about concludes my review of the Nike Invincible 3. Again, if you guys do want to cop, I'll try to leave the free link in the description box. It is pretty damn expensive at $180. But anyways, that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.